Live from the Canadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the Network News for Monday, October the 3rd, 2022. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, inquest to determine crime or accident in the death of Kimon Bell continues. Health Minister promises to address deficiencies within the sector and stop mass migration of qualified workers. Republic Bank workers add black ribbons as they stand resolute for salary increases. And in around the globe, regionally, Prime Minister Gaston Brown urges teachers' union to be reasonable amidst ultimatum. And in international news, Hurricane Ian death toll rises above 80, response criticized. Coming up in sports, Grenada wins return leg of friendly against St. Vincent. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Police have confirmed that 2 individuals were arrested and charged with the country's latest homicide, which occurred last Friday. Assistant Superintendent of Police in charge of the Community Relations Department, Simon Douglas, gives an update on this latest incident.
Today, charged by police in Grenada's latest homicide. The victim, Duron Courtney, a 31-year-old Belmont resident, died as a result of blunt trauma to his head and rib area inflicted on Friday, September 30th at Belmont St. George's. As a result, Jude Buckmeyer, 35-year-old construction worker, and his nephew, Stephen Buckmeyer, 22-year-old boat maintenance man, were jointly charged for non-capital murder. Both men will make their first court appearance tomorrow, 4th October, at the St. George's No. 1 Magistrate Court.
The coroner's inquest ordered by the Director of Prosecution into the death of Kimon Bell finally gets off the ground. More in this Chrislina John report.
After delays, the coroner's inquest into the death of Warburn resident Kimon Bell has started. Back in August, which should have seen the start of the inquest, it was delayed. According to police, there was not enough persons to form a jury panel, causing a further delay to the start of an inquest, which was pushed back to September. According to information from the Director of Public Prosecution, Christopher Nelson, KC, the inquest began on September 21st, when the first Coast Guard officer officer was questioned and continues on October 19th. 22-year-old Bell lost his life in a boating incident on April 24th involving the local Coast Guard. Upon completion of the coroner's inquest, the determination will be made on whether this can be categorized as a crime or an accident. Christelina John, GBN News.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has welcomed calls for collaboration from colleague parliamentary representatives in the opposition, though noting the need to ensure the separation of powers. The Prime Minister also cited the lack of funding for elected parliamentary representatives to conduct work within their constituencies. Gerard Joseph has the details.
I thought it would be fitting for me to end by coining this phrase. I didn't drink the blood of tribalism, I drank the blood of patriotism.
Parliamentary Representative for St. David and Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, at the close of the House of Representatives sitting last week, gave the assurance that there will be multiple opportunities for bipartisanship in Parliament, government and the public service. The Prime Minister was responding to calls by fellow parliamentary representatives to work together in the best interests of the people.
I hope never again we don't confuse the role of Parliament with the role of government. Because unlike some of my colleagues, I am yet to have a parliamentary office to serve the people of St. David's. And part of that reason is because we confused, intentionally in my view, the role of Parliament with the role of government.
He noted the sentiments expressed by the opposition to respect the office of the elected members of Parliament as distinct from central government services.
So that we don't get to a situation where when there's a change in government, an MP does not have an office to serve in. And so I'm not on any of the committees that addresses or various privileges and so on here. But I will start by saying if we are going to strengthen democracy, Parliament and parliamentary democracy and MPs' offices need to be given the respect that they are due so that MPs can in fact properly serve the constituents who have elected them.
Using himself as an example, the parliamentary representative for St. David stated that such procedures must end.
Making that point to say we have subsumed Parliament to the government. The vote for Parliament was being ran out of the Prime Minister's office, and then it was contracted out to a private entity. When I became the Prime Minister, and I inquired about the state of parliamentarians' offices, because it's parliamentarians on both sides, I was told that there was a contract, and that the contract was terminated. So I'm putting this on record. I didn't terminate any contract. I was told that the contract was terminated.
Prime Minister Mitchell also cleared the air on complaints about the termination of contracts, while questioning Grenada's legacy as an independent nation when elected parliamentary representatives have no funding for their constituencies.
And we also have to ensure, and I'm going to raise this because I think this is the opportunity for bipartisanism. This system that we have, where members of Parliament, not ministers of government, are given no resources whatsoever to address the concerns of the Parliament, of the constituents, is not going to lead to effective representation in Grenada. The idea that you run up and down your constituency, ask people to vote for you, they vote for you, you become an MP, and then you have no resources to do anything, cannot be permitted to continue. So I'm happy to invite my friends on the other side, notwithstanding that they had the opportunity to change it because there was no opposition. I am happy to invite them to come along with us. We can perhaps start at the committee stages to be honest with our people and say to them that as an MP, I do not have any state-provided resources to help you.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Health and Wellness Minister Jonathan Lacrette says he's dedicated to finding a solution to the issue of depleted human resources in the health system. He says it is at the top of his list of priorities and that strategies will be put in place to address it. More in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
Minister for Health and Wellness Jonathan Lacrette says he is committed to addressing one of the key deficiencies in the health sector, the lack of human resources. In an interview with Public Relations Officer at the Ministry of Health, Kevin Frederick, Minister Lacrette said getting the number of health workers and specialists where it's supposed to be in the health sector will take some time.
Because in order to be able to roll out a very strong or resilient primary healthcare structure, you have to ensure that you have the manpower to do so at all levels of the primary healthcare strata. And as it stands right now, in every area of our healthcare system, we are deficient where human resource capacity is concerned. And building back that human resource capacity is going to take time. Building back our nursing capacity is going to take time. Building back our specialist area capacity is going to take time. Every area is going to take some time.
The minister says step by step his ministry will be implementing strategies to tackle ways to improve the service and care within the health system. He says that what is most important is ensuring that health workers get the required work condition that will encourage them to give their expertise to Grenada.
Very soon, we will see a model that will certainly slow the bleed. And I think that's all I'll say about that for now. But a model is being worked on because it is important to ensure that people feel valued in the profession that they are in, especially if it's a service industry and people are giving up their time. Yes, they're being paid, but they're giving up their time, they're giving up their heart. I do believe that, we have an excellent cadre of nursing professionals here in Grenada. There's no doubt about that. Our midwives are excellent in their craft. We have a number of nursing assistants who are also excellent in their craft and in some cases doing the jobs of nurses.
The deplorable state of the health sector and the need for improvement is one the Grenadian people have been clamoring for over the years. Minister Lacrette aims to be the minister that will find the solution to these burning issues. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
And continuing with the Minister for Health and Wellness, Jonathan Lacrette says that having a resilient healthcare system is very important, as it is the driving force to the success of the health sector. He believes that once this is achieved with the various community clinics, the pressure that's presently on the island's hospitals will be lifted.
So for my team and I, my technical team and I, for healthcare practitioners around the entire country, we believe that primary healthcare is the base. It is where everything starts. And if we can definitely bring primary healthcare, especially at the community level, to a place where it is sustainable, we're definitely, as you mentioned, going to take the strain off of the polyclinics and take the strain off of the general hospital at that. Yeah, because
the minister says that within the next few months, the public will see a difference in community health care as they'll be engaged with various initiatives that will educate them on the do's and don'ts of living healthy.
We are at the moment engaging in a number of primary healthcare initiatives. Our chief community health nurse and her team, they're excellent in their craft at what they do. And I am lending the leadership support wherever I can, letting them know that we are there, backing them 24/7. I believe very soon, maybe in the next couple months or so, we should see some serious campaign, some education campaign strategies coming forth as it relates to educating the general populace on the do's and don'ts of certain healthcare initiatives.
This is news at 7. Coming up, former Superintendent of Police and Disaster Coordinator calls on government to include community-based emergency training as part of its transformation agenda. Stay with us.
Notice is hereby given that the 38th Annual General Meeting of the Grenada Union of Teachers Cooperative Credit Union Limited will be held virtually on Thursday, October 13, 2022. The meeting is called for the following purposes: to receive the report of the Board of Directors and other committees for 2021, to receive the audited financial report for 2021, to elect members to the Board of Directors and other committees, to discuss and approve the budget for 2022, 2021, to appoint auditors and fix their remuneration, to take action on such matters as may come before the 38th Annual General Meeting. All members are invited to attend and to register to receive further information.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
MegaFest 2022 Gospel Explosion is finally here. Join the youth of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists under the green and white tent at Progress Park in St. Andrews from Sunday, October 9th to the 29th at 7 p.m. and continuing nightly for an electrifying evangelistic experience like no other. Come hear the ever-exhilarating Pastor Oliver Scott shatter the kingdom of darkness with thundering messages from the Word of God. If you ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Come find hope in the midst of your pain. See you there.
Do you know that you can lower your electricity bill by switching to energy-efficient appliances? By switching to energy-efficient appliances, you can help lower your energy usage. Your refrigerator, for example, is amongst the highest energy-consuming appliances within your home as it remains running throughout the day and night. Switching to an energy-efficient refrigerator can lower your electricity bill by up to 40%. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by switching to energy-efficient appliances. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grenlec.
Did you know that the National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity will project a new vision for sports and physical activity in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique? The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture will commence a series of consultations with the stakeholders starting Thursday, October 6th in the parish of St. John at the St. John's Anglican Primary School to highlight the focal areas contained in the policy. The National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity will also play a major role in the transformation agenda of government and will see the formation of a National Sports Council and the parish councils in every parish. Your recommendations are needed to ensure that the policy is implemented seamlessly. Attend the consultations in your parish and get involved.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors, agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
My name is Mr. Bernard McIntosh. I chose to become a member of the Ariza Credit Union early in the 1980s when I was introduced by one of my co-workers. Very early after I would have become a member, my first loan was a very smooth and easy sailing for purchasing of a motor vehicle. As a youth, young, early 20s and so on, every young guy look out to have a ride, and that was very easy. On this, it's a 75th year of transforming lives. I want to congratulate the Ariza Credit Union. Definitely, I know my life has been transformed because I would have never achieved most of the things that I have achieved had I been associated with a different financial institution. Hey, Nationals, where are you? Are you with us or are you elsewhere? Listen to me. It's not just a savings with Ariza. It's a prudent investment.
Island Style is having a massive pre-Christmas clearance sale. Before you hear, ho, 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 these styles need to go, go, go. We're cleaning out our old stock to bring in the new. Yes. Amazing discounts of up to 60% off on select tile models store-wide.
I love Christmas.
Yes, you heard right. Lowest prices ever at Island Style on ceramic and porcelain tiles. Our Santa stylers are waiting to help you save big on these fabulous deals. It won't get any better than this. Visit Island Style on Monroe Road in Grandad's or call 439-TILE. That's 439-8453. Sail on while stocks last. When you think tile, think Island Style. Yeah.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Prime Minister and political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Deacon Mitchell, has highlighted several of his 3-month-old government's achievements within its first 100 days in office. Accomplishments of campaign promises were high on the list expounded on over the weekend. Rena Pierre-Thomas has more in this report.
The June 23rd elected NDC administration believes it has made significant steps towards the execution of its transformational agenda during their first 100 days in office, including the realization of several campaign promises. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Deacon Mitchell, over the weekend noted the challenging times within which the new administration took office.
The economic fallout from the coronavirus was the straw that tipped the scales just enough for Grenadians to finally feel the true weight of the stagnation endured during the past decade. the weight of our neglected healthcare services, and the weight of a system designed to keep many of its people in poverty. Our transformational agenda is not pie in the sky, but one that is hinged on a shared vision for a sustainable, equitable, and prosperous Grenada. A nation capable of sustaining a high quality of life for all its people, and where every individual has a fair opportunity to realize their potential.
The NDC leader reports that they have been able to lay some key cornerstones for a future that will collectively ease some of the pain that has plagued Grenadians for years. PM Mitchell highlighted some of his administration's milestones achieved within the past 100 days.
Education financing. The removal of school fees at pre-primary, primary, and secondary levels. Payment of dock salaries to teachers and other public officers. 3. Payment of pensions. In a similar vein, government will honor the Constitution and the ruling of the High Court on the payment of pensions to the public servants. 4. Twice monthly payment of salaries to public workers. The rollout of this commitment by the government is also well underway. The Ministry of Finance has articulated a plan of action.
He reiterated government's commitment to the transformation agenda and called on all Grenadians to do their part to support and move the country forward.
It is only by coming together, however, with a genuine desire to help one another and to pull our weight as responsible citizens that we will sustainably move forward as a country and assume our rightful place among the global community of nations. Grenadians have deservedly voted for change, for real transformation that can be felt, and we intend to deliver.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Former Superintendent of Police and Disaster Coordinator is calling on government to include community-based emergency training as part of its transformation agenda.
Former Superintendent of Police and Disaster Coordinator at the National Disaster Management Agency, Sylvan McIntyre, continues to highlight a number of issues when it comes to handling emergencies. In relation to an incident at the St. George's bus terminus last week, where one woman collapsed and died, he believes that much more is desired from society when responding to emergencies.
I am not fully aware of all of the circumstances relating to that incident. But from the limited information that I got, there is a lot we can desire more of our society. And the bus terminus itself has its own community, the people that move from time to time from one place to the other. And incidences will happen. It is saying to us a couple things, that the bus terminus itself, as well as any other place where people are moving in numbers, there are certain emergency preparedness that should be in place. In the first instance, there should be an emergency response plan. So if we have a small-scale emergency or a larger one, how every person or every entity, every customer and every agent or any person who is using the bus terminus, what is their role and how they should respond to an incident.
Mr. McIntyre suggests the need for a community of people to be trained to respond to emergencies. He suggested that government considered this.
But again, I remember one of our programs, one of the health persons came in and spoke about the number of trained persons across society. I think there were 80 plus persons who were trained in mass casualty and emergency care and treatment just recently. And so that is also pointing to whether or not we should change the status quo in terms of how we train and who we train and where they are placed, and whether or not we should be focusing a lot on the mass events or whether we should be putting a lot of effort into the family and the individual's affairs across country. And it is something worth thinking about. It is, again, something that the new administration should think about. And
here's a basic tip to consider when responding to an emergency.
One of the things that always happen when somebody collapses, people would converge. which is in itself a disadvantage to what may have happened. In the first instance, you pollute the environment because a person may have a respiratory problem, and once you're having respiratory difficulty, what you want to have is a free breathing space. So once people converge in numbers, you're going to limit that.
For those who criticize the response of police officers to the bus terminus incident, Mr. McIntyre says that this should be an opportunity to look at the training regime for officers to determine if the training provided by the Royal Grenada Police Force is adequate to equip the lawmen and women with the confidence needed to deal with emergencies. Mr. McIntyre was speaking during this morning's To The Point program, which will be a weekly feature, a collaboration between Mr. McIntyre himself and the Grenada Broadcasting Network in an attempt to build a program geared towards disaster preparedness. Christine John, GBN News.
The industrial climate within Republic Bank is still heated as workers continue protest action against what they consider menial salary increases offered to them. Rena Pierre-Thomas has more.
Republic Bank workers in Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago designated Monday, October 3rd as National Black Ribbon Day for all full-time employees. The industrial climate among workers and employers of Republic Bank continues to be unsettled as both parties are still unable to find an amicable solution surrounding the increase in salaries. President of the Bank and General Workers Union, Joseph Mitchell, said staff gathered for 30 minutes in front of their various branches in Grenada earlier today as a show of solidarity with each other by wearing black ribbons.
Today has been declared a Black Ribbon Day for full-time workers of Republic Bank in both Grenada and Trinidad. All full-time employees really are expected to wear black ribbons, right, as they mourn the loss of their ability to survive really in this harsh economic condition. So they're wearing black ribbons today, and at the end of the day's work, around 4:30, they will just gather as a show of solidarity for about 30 minutes.
Republic Bank workers in Grenada are unsatisfied with the 5% salary increase offered by the bank for the past 3 years. Mitchell said the bank approach for salary increase in the territories of Trinidad, Barbados, and Grenada is similar, and as such, workers in all three countries are standing in solidarity with each other.
What we have found is that Republic Bank in all of the territories have been more or less unwilling to negotiate salaries. All of the unions that represent workers in at least 3 territories, including Trinidad and Grenada, have expressed the fact that all of us are at the same level when it comes to negotiation with Republic Bank, right? There is no vast difference. And so what we have seen is that this approach really by the bank seems to be systemic in nature, and really it is not the best situation for workers. So workers basically, have taken the time off to show solidarity for each other, to support each other.
In response to the ongoing issue, Republic Bank Grenada said that at this time, the bank can't confirm any planned staff action, industrial action, or protest that will take place. For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
And retired public officers who qualify for pension are eagerly counting down the weeks to receive their payment, as promised by Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. And while the time ticks by, people are buzzing about this wonderful news to look forward to. That's what's creating a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social.
Many concerned Grenadians continue to be skeptical or are still urging caution relative to the decision of the new government to carry out a campaign promise of paying pension to retired public servants so soon, noting the possible economic consequences.
So our expenditure, particularly, must comply with that legislation.
Therefore, the opportunity, for instance, to pay the pension arises now. So it is not just a question of the campaign promise. The reality is it arises now. And therefore, we have the fiscal space to do it now, and we must do so. Because it may not be permissible under the fiscal responsibility rules, which will be in place the next budget cycle.
Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts about this latest development. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Kathy George says this is so refreshing and should give optimism to the people of Grenada. Pension payments can change the lives and standards of living of thousands of struggling retirees. These people worked hard and deserve to be paid. It's not often we see politicians who keep their word. Honorable PM Deacon Mitchell and his team should be commended. The country needed a change, and change has come, so I hope this change is embraced. Now it is time for unity and forward movements. Elsa Batiste says, I am pretty sure the skeptical ones or those urging caution are not on the receiving end, neither are they concerned about the pensioners' financial state. And finally, Sebastian Victor says, Mr. Grimes, it's my first time hearing you say something that I can fully endorse. And I have to join by saying the fruit of a country is its people. So when a government sees it fit to address such needs to its people, the naysayers and politically blinded, loyalty-inflicted ones who sees differently, we now have to question their motives. Are they for country or party?
That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, we'll tell you all about Sandals Foundation's observance of Child Month 2022 and what they did in recognition of this very special month. This is News at 7.
It's better together, tastes amazing. This crazy combo make you want the great things. Cookie meat the chocolate, can't live without it. 100% goodness, me want Devon chocolate digestive. Rich chocolate with cookie crunchness.
Cookie meets chocolate in Devon Chocolate Digestive. Better because it's both.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
A little known fact, there is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Stasia Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Stasia Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Stasia Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679. or 406-1500, or visit any of our 3 locations. Spice Cell Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Ooh la la! See what's new at Quartz. We've got great deals on living and dining room sets, appliances, electronics, and smart devices, and more. Shop today with no cash using Quartz Ready Finance. 3 to 48-month payment plans available. Shop in store or online at shopquartz.com. Come see what's new and take advantage of these great deals only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Welcome back. 2 schools were gifted by the Sandals Foundation as part of its activities in observance of Child Month 2022. Jocelina John has that story.
I just want to thank Sandals for gifting us the gazebo, because when it wasn't here, we used to have to eat in sun, we used to have picnics, we used to enjoy it, but as we have the gazebo now, we don't have to be in the sun. So I want to thank Sandals very much for gifting this gazebo to us.
That was young DeAndre George, a student of the Blessed Sacrament Catholic School, expressing gratitude to the Sandals Foundation. Officials of the resort on Monday held a presentation ceremony for a fully funded and newly completed gazebo at the school, valued at approximately 30,000 EC dollars. DeLeon Forrester, Public Relations Manager at Sandals Resort, spoke about this venture.
Part of the Sandals Foundation education focus is to provide facilities for the betterment and the comfort of students. We are here to hand over a brand new gazebo to the school. It's a much needed facility as the schoolyard has a few trees and other little areas, but nothing sheltered for the children to sit and enjoy or even have a meal at break time and lunchtime.
Principal of the school, Ms. Henver Simeon, says the gazebo will serve the school well for a number of reasons, and so she is grateful.
We will have many uses for this gazebo. Even before the official handover today, the students were already enjoying the comfort of this sheltered area on the outside. It's been hot. We've had classes being held here. We've had the children having their lunch in the gazebo. Usually they would sit outside in the sun and have a picnic lunchtime, but now they have a covered area where they can have their lunch. sports is coming up. Our students use here to hold their sports meetings. So many times we've had the opportunity to say thank you to them because they have done so much for us over the years. And we pray that God will continue to bless them so that they can continue to support the school.
In keeping with this year's theme for Child Month, Glow, Grow and Prosper, the Sanders Foundation marked the beginning of the month with dance-a-size, engaging the teachers and students at that school. It's a means of encouraging and promoting a healthier lifestyle. Earlier in the day, Sanders Grenada, the Cecilia Catherine Foundation, and the GC Squad for the Eastern Caribbean collaborated to donate a swing set and physical education supplies, as well as a social and relational toolkit to the South St. George Government School.
As we come out of the pandemic, we realize that there are a lot of social and interactive and communication skills needed for children and teachers. So it was an ideal opportunity to collaborate with GT Scored to provide training for the teachers and by extension the students on those interpersonal relationship skills and communication skills, and then to also encourage a clear, healthy mind and body with the addition of the new physical education equipment and the swing set at the school there.
Christina John, GBN News.
It's the young ones at the end of the GBN ISOL lens as we celebrate Child Month.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISOL is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Grenada is now at the start of Child Month celebrations, which kicked off on October 1st and ends on October 31st, 2022, under the broader theme, Love the Child. Tonight's ISAW features students of Paraclete Government School delivering their messages to you, our audience.
October is the most wonderful month of the year. Why? We get to celebrate us, Child Month. Welcome to the best month of the year.
The theme for this year's celebration is Children's Care and Education Matter.
Let children grow, grow, and flourish. We deserve to be celebrated. We deserve to be loved and cared for. Education is our right. We are precious. Care for, love, and care for us and ours. Keep us healthy and safe. Teach us what is morally right. Parents, adults, and citizens. It is your responsibility, not just during the month of October, but throughout the year. We deserve to grow, glow, and flourish. I am excited. Are you? I look forward to the month's activities.
The theme for Child Month 2022 is Children's Care and Education Matter. Let children grow, glow, and flourish. The focus of this year's celebration is quality education and care for all children while promoting health and safety. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And stay with us. We'll have the sports report right after the break.
Few
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with the Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carrico. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
The following is a paid broadcast. The views expressed are those of the speaker and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
Why should the people of Grenada have to suffer so much by the sugar cane producers who refuse to make sugar, instead they make rum? They are telling us that being wealthy is much better than the lives of the people. Though Grenada has the highest yield and quality of sugar per acre, we of the Renaissance is asking Kenco and River and Twine to provide sugar in Grenada. At this very moment, there is no sugar on the island.
The proceeding was a paid broadcast. The views expressed were those of the speaker and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
And welcome, sports fans. It's a good day in sport. Things are looking really nice for a lot of Grenada's teams. Let's start off here. Grenada came away with a redemptive victory against St. Vincent over the weekend, winning the return leg of their international friendly matchup. It was Joshua Isaac's hat trick that was the building block of their well-deserved victory. Isaac opened his tally in the 31st minute of play. He found the back of the net again 3 minutes later, with the third coming in the 36th minute. Mikel Ganis and Dorel Pierre shared a goal apiece in the 81st and 90th minute, respectively. The strikes were the first for either of them as national players. What made it really nice is that the win made up for the fact that the Spice Boys initially lost the home leg last week. It was a nice ending. Now, the Grenada Football Association can boast of having a more improved cohort of referees and football officials. This, as 35 officials completed a 5-day FIFA course that was aimed at better positioning them to understand and execute the laws governing the sport. FIFA Development Officer Javier Santos says the sessions offer a number of opportunities to the participants.
And achieve your personal and refereeing goals. Every time that we visit the countries, we are looking for new talents to develop, but not also to develop locally, just to move these talents to other stages. Like some of you have had the opportunity to show your talents internationally.
According to Santos, the game of football is continuously evolving, and as such, those affiliated must remain in the know. Now on to cricket. West Indies will face Australia in a 2-match T20 international series in Queensland before the ICC T20 World Cup. The opening match is Wednesday at the Metricon Stadium in the Gold Coast, and the second at the Gabba in Brisbane on Friday. Nicholas Puran leads the West Indies in his first World Cup as captain, and beside him will be Rovman Powell as vice captain. Joining them will be left-hand opening batter Evan Lewis, who's been recalled for the first time since the T20 ICC T20 World Cup. Balancing the team are two uncapped players who've been selected. They're right-arm leg spinner all-arounder Yannick Correa and left-arm batting all-arounder Raymond Reefer. The West Indies are the only team to have won the ICC Men's T20 World Cup twice, in Sri Lanka in 2012 and in India in 2016. The question is, can they do it again? Well, I'll be watching to see.
Well, I expect these guys to really fight for West Indies. I think that the World Cup is a big occasion, and I would hope that, I said early on in my tenure that it doesn't matter when West Indies, to me, as soon as I see West Indies fighting and they get beat, I'm happy with that. But I don't want us to be in a situation where we're giving away games, we're not showing the commitment. So what I'll be asking of this team is to be committed to the fans. The people in the Caribbean love West Indies cricket, and the people in the world love West Indies cricket, and I hope that they would have the pride to do us the honor and the glory in which some of our past players have done in.
And now to women. 22 of the best under-19 women's players from across the West Indies have been shortlisted as a provisional pool from which the squad for the ICC Women's Under-19 Cricket World Cup team will be selected. The games will be played in South Africa in 2023. Now, one of the players shortlisted is opening right-handed batter and captain of Trinidad and Tobago's Women's Under-19 team, Shalini Samaru. Samaru was part of the squad to play in the 5-match T20 International Series in Florida, where she emerged as the player of the series. The West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under-19 team are due to have a training camp and trial matches in Trinidad in October before playing an away series against India in November as part of the preparation plans for the ICC Women's Under-19 World Cup South Africa in January 2023. It's been an exciting day in sports. now for a look at what's happening around the region and in the wider globe. In Antigua, Prime Minister Honorable Gaston Brown has called on teachers to be reasonable in their demands after the president of the teachers union threatened industrial action over the issue of school security. The teachers want 24-hour security for public schools by Monday, October 3rd, failing which they've threatened to take industrial action on October 4th. We get more in this report.
The letter threatening potential industrial action was delivered 3:45 on Friday after close of business. The next business day will be the 3rd. And they're saying that if we do not have the security in place by the 3rd, that they will take industrial action against the government by the 4th. And I'm asking the people of Antigua and Barbuda, all of our listeners and viewers, if that is a reasonable position.
Prime Minister the Honorable Gaston Brown, responding to a letter Teachers Union President Casroy Charles wrote to Education Director Claire Brown and copied to Education Minister Darrell Matthew Friday. The letter demands 24-hour security at all public schools by Monday, threatening industrial action Tuesday if this is not done. The union president says the ministry has not adequately addressed recent school break-ins and incidents of vandalism. He says more than 90% of the schools still don't have 24-hour security, and one school has no security personnel at all. Prime Minister Brown says the government has explained to the union that it's too expensive to provide round-the-clock security personnel at the schools.
What we said to them we'll do is that we'll put security cameras in all of the schools. And I know that Public Works is procuring them. We said we'll buy vaults for all of the schools so they can put their valuables. If they have laptops and the trophies and so on that they want to secure, they can put them away.
In Trinidad, the opposition leader is calling on the government to immediately reverse the fuel price increase. In her response to the budget in Parliament today, Kamala Prasad-Processor tells the government poor people have feelings too. More from this CNC3 report.
Trinidad and Tobago, I say to you today, this government is now tipping over on itself. Prime Minister, I ask, why do you continue your government to brutalize the poor? Poor people have feelings too.
Labeling the 2022-2023 budget as a wicked act of brutality against the poor and working class, the opposition leader pulled no punches in Parliament today.
You've placed the economy on a deathbed. It's not just unhealthy, it's on a deathbed. What are the measures in this budget to transform and revitalize the economy? Where are the measures for dealing with increased prices, especially food prices?
Prasad-Processor wants the fuel price increase reversed with immediate effect. She does not believe the one-time grants promised in January 2023 are going to be of much help to citizens.
These incentives, in my respectful view, are a continuation of the Mamadai. They can't help themselves, they're just tinkering with no clear thinking or vision and understanding of what needs to be done. These unnecessary fuel price hikes will bring immense pain and suffering to already burdened citizens.
She is imploring the government to get a grip on crime.
In international news, at least 80 people have been killed since Hurricane Ian struck Florida and the Carolinas, packing winds of up to 249 kilometers per hour. That's 155 miles per hour. Local officials who defended the evacuation orders say that number could rise as floodwaters recede and search and rescue teams push into the areas that have been cut off. The federal government plans an unprecedented amount of aid to deal with the damage caused by Ian, which is expected to run into billions of dollars. However, many are left wondering how they'll be able to afford to rebuild at all. We get more from Al Jazeera.
4 days after Hurricane Ian ripped through southwestern Florida, the stranded are reaching safety. The roads to rebuilding are being cleared. Survivors are thankful they can see the sun once more.
We shouldn't be alive right now with that storm. The power of that storm, I mean, if that would have crashed into the side of the house, we would have been swept away.
More than 800,000 homes and businesses still have no electricity. Flooding threatens communities struggling to begin cleaning up. And even in the face of their own losses, food banks try to help others.
We were able to start grilling and cooking food outside. Yesterday, we cooked for over 200 families that came and just eating outside. And yesterday, I only took water outside. Today, we took food because we were able to kind of walk in here and get stuff.
The head of the U.S.'s Emergency Response Agency says even though Ian has passed, people still must be careful.
That's what's been happening around the region and the wider globe. We'll return to the shores of Grenada and look at our own top headlines for today. Now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Inquest to determine crime or accident in the death of Kimon Bell continues. Health Minister promises to address deficiencies within the sector and stop mass migration of qualified workers. Republic Bank workers add black ribbons as they stand resolute for salary increases. And in around the globe, regionally, Prime Minister Gaston Brown of Antigua urges teachers' union to be reasonable amidst ultimatum. In international news, Hurricane Ian death toll rises above 80. Response criticized. In sports, Grenada wins return leg of friendly against St. Vincent. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.